Okay, I'm gonna do a little video explaining my channel name, Maddminister. Actually, the channel I call it The Maddminister, but the name is actually Maddminister. And for those of you who don't know, Maddminister is actually my gamer tag. Yes, I am a gamer, but it wasn't my original one. Way back when I really first started getting into shooter type games, which I don't really play too much anymore, I had actually a gamer tag that I came up with was called Kill Switch. Came up with Kill Switch. It was before the video game Kill Switch. It was something that I came up with. I thought it was really cool and I liked it and I used it. But then the video game Kill Switch came out, and right away people were like, oh yeah, you just, you copied the name, you didn't come up with your own stuff, and this, that, and the other. Anyway, so because of that, I stopped using Kill Switch, and for a while there I would just come up with random names of whatever things, and I really didn't like nothing. And I was into a lot of games back then. This is, we're talking early 90s time frame. I played a lot of games, but the name evolved. Kill Switch, in the early 2000s I started using that. Actually it was when I stopped using it before that game came out. And but at the time I was into a lot of strategy games. Like I liked Command and Conquer a lot. I was into the Warcraft games 1, 2, and 3. Those are really fun, and a bunch of others, name a few. And I had friends that were into the games, that friends in the military in the Warcraft game, and a couple. And I remember that was about the time frame in the early 2000s when World of Warcraft was getting ready to come out. I was like, you know what, I really like the Warcraft games. I'm gonna try these online games. I really wasn't into it at the time. I didn't do none of the online games at all. Actually, when I started playing World of Warcraft, that was my first MMO game that I played. So when the game came out, I remember sitting there on my character creation screen, and it was like, you need to name your character. I'm like, I need to come up with a cool name because I have a feeling I'm going to be stuck with this name for quite a while. And I was like, I'm not going to use Kill Switch because that's dead. And I was like, no, I need to come up with something cool. So I saw some of my friends that came up with pretty cool names, and they had reasons behind them. So I was like, you know what, let me combine this with something that I like from a different video game. And I was really into the mech warrior games, Mech Commander and whatnot. And probably my favorite mech up until this day is the Mad Cat. But of course, I wasn't gonna use Mad Cat spelled the way it was, because at the time I was thinking, I don't know if I could use this or not, because I kind of halfway read how you should name things, this and that and the other. So what I did was I took the easy way out, and I threw a second D in Mad and made it M-A-D-D Cat, Mad Cat. And that was my first gamer tag. It was a night elf rogue, and that's why I started playing in Mad Cat. And then through that, people started referring to me as, hey Mad, you'd be in game, it's Mad, hey, what's going on? People that I only knew through the game. And even some of my friends started calling me that. It was really funny. In the military, they go, hey, what's up, Mad? I'm like, we're like, whatever. And then as time went on, you start creating new characters. And then I had gotten into a character, a healing class, and I needed to come up with a new name. And I had already just, kind of figured people were referring to me as Mad a lot. So let me keep the M-A-D-D in there, and I'll just add things onto the back end of that. Something that sounds good, something that flows, that has a little bit of rhythm to it. And I started playing a healing class. It was a shaman. And I was like, I need to come up with a cool name that kind of hints at it that it's a healer, but maybe not. And I didn't like all the names that were going on along about that time. So what I did is I jumped onto Google, and I just was looking at different words or different names about priests and healing and holy people and this, that, and the other, and really had nothing to do with shaman. And I came across minister, and I was like, a minister, priest, minister, kind of same. Maddminister, that flows. Maddminister sounds really cool. Boom, Maddminister it was. To cut a whole lot of long story off of that one, it turned out that was the name that stuck. That was the cool sounding name, and I started using it for other things that I was doing. I started using it for other games. I was Maddminister on everything. And to this day, if you do a Google search on the word Maddminister, everything that comes up is me. So lo and behold, I am now in the internet world and video game world. I am the Maddminister. I am Maddminister. And that's where the name for my channel came out. I use Maddminister on every game that I play. Current game that I play, World of Warships, I'm Maddminister on there. You know, online games like I play Boom Beach, Maddminister on there. I play, you know, Dominations on my Android phone, I'm Maddminister on there. I have the email address Maddminister. I own the domain name Maddminister. So I am the Maddminister. And because I was discussing this earlier with one of my co-workers, asking about that name, because he kind of seen it in a different view, was saying I do a couple different things that kind of play on that name, and I had to really explain to him how the name came about, and that his point of view was not quite where it came from, but I understood where it was coming from. And so that's a short, quick history on why my channel is named Maddminister, and why, if you ever see, you know, video games characters named Maddminister, you got it. That's more than likely that's going to be me, the Maddminister. And that's just a little short story and on how that name came about. And maybe I'll put this up, and I would love to see some comments on it, what people think, or maybe you've stumbled across that name in the past and now you got a face to the name. I am the Maddminister.